So today I am going to be doing a little review of this really hilarious book by my favorite author, Terry Pratchett. And as you can see, it's called Going Postal, and it's about a con artist and a fraud and a man faced with a life choice: be hanged or put Ankh-Morpork's ailing postal service back on its feet. It's a tough decision. There's more of the back description. That was just a quick description of what the basic plot is about. And so this book, it touches on topics such as the concept of freedom, politics, and the social responsibilities of corporations. It even kind of touches on artificial intelligence in that there's a bunch of characters that are golems. And these characters basically just work, and they don't really have that much of a consciousness, but now they have a union, and there's all these, like, there's free golems they can buy themselves from their owners, and then they become free golems and basically are people. But so all of these serious topics are done with hilarity, and that's just one of the special skills that Terry Pratchett has as a writer. Oh, you can say hi to my kitty. Oh, no, he doesn't want to be picked up. So firstly, I'll talk about what I liked about the book. I don't actually have anything I didn't like, so I guess that's all I'll talk about. There's 2 prologues, and I love prologues. I don't know why. It's like there's extra to the book. So there's, well, I mean, if you read it, you'll know. So don't want to give too much away. But so there's a prologue that's about one of the golems, and it's the 9,000-year prologue. And then there's the 1-month prologue. So you kind of get a bit of a fun start to the book. And then one of the things I really liked was all the juxtapositions that there are in the book. So it's like the characters often are opposites of each other, or even an individual character contains several different ways of looking at him. Like I'm not sure to say whether he's a good or a bad guy. I guess he's both. Well, that's the point. He describes himself as both an angel and a tyrant. And, well, he is both. And I kind of really like that because it shows you the different facets of how people can be, not only different people, but how different people see one person. And so it's one of those things that makes Terry Pratchett's books always so well-rounded. Another thing was, I thought it was super cute how the main character, he's a con artist, as I said, and he uses some of the skills he used to counterfeit money to make postage stamps. I hope that's not too big a spoiler. But so he uses all these skills that he collected while he was being a con man in order to do well in his job as the postmaster. And that, not because I've ever been a con man, but it's relatable because, you know, I've pursued paths that didn't turn out to be the path that I should be on, and I still learned skills from those paths, and it's just a nice thing about life, and seeing it in a very different way than anything I could relate to is kind of fun. So, who should read this book? Basically anyone with humor. No, that's not what I'm going to say. But Terry Pratchett books are very funny. They're hilarious satire, they're silly fantasy, and they're serious philosophy. If you don't think all of those things can be put into one book, well, you haven't read any Terry Pratchett, obviously. He's really great at it, and it's one of the things I really like because I really enjoy philosophy, and I enjoy fantasy, and just the power of the imagination. And I think those things all go really nicely together in his books. Another thing is his books don't shove a story down your throat. So if you want something where you can just enjoy the story and then think about it afterwards, that's what I would recommend Terry Pratchett for, because usually when I read his books, I'm just totally absorbed into the story. I can't put it down. And then when I finish it, I get to think, like, for a long time about, wow, that was actually really deep, and, you know, try to analyze the story afterwards. Because during the reading, you're just kind of smiling and laughing because it's really well written. anyways, I hope you read this book and any of Terry Pratchett's other books, which I am planning on reading. Oh, there's one that isn't Terry Pratchett here, but these are the next couple of books I'll be reading. So this one I'm already halfway through. It's called Truckers. It's the first in a trilogy. And then there's these other three. Mort just arrived in the mail today. My mom bought it for me. That was a nice surprise. And then there's Nation and Men at Arms. So I'm really looking forward to reading these, especially because the only books I've read by Terry Pratchett so far had been the Witches series. And I really, really like those, but these are totally different, and I get to experience a different side of his writing. Yes. Thanks for watching.